welcome to Twilight Talks, the podcast where we talk about different mental health conditions, advocate for mental health, and we're here as a reminder for you to know that you are not alone and this is a safe space for you to let go of all your worries. And we're here to share new perspectives, our perspectives as teenagers in 2025 about mental health. So I'm Cindy.
I'm Elena.
And I'm Monica.
And we're going to be the hosts for Twilight Talks. So initiating our first topic.
What is this podcast? Like, what the hell are we doing?
Of course, a lot of teenagers don't know about mental health. Of course, they know about the broad topic, but we're here to educate and spread more awareness on how important mental health actually is.
So, why are we doing this? When I found out that this idea was pitched, I was wanting to just spread awareness and have like a good place to do it. But I don't know why these guys wanted to do it.
It seemed cool.
Well, definitely mental health is a big problem in 2025. A lot of teenagers are just pushing it off and not really caring about it, especially in our school.
Oh.
Yes, definitely mental health is a big problem in our school personally. And honestly, I just wanted to have this safe space for people to listen to, learn more things, and just enjoy listening.
Okay, so how it's going to work, we're going to have a couple episodes recorded every couple weeks. And the beginning episode, this episode that you're hearing, we're just talking about our influences and what we've had and what we've heard. But then as we go on later, we're going to talk about specific episodes with like a theme, not like episode 4 could be about bipolar depression or what we thought about that, or episode 6 could be about our parents' mental health, things like that. So that's how it's going to work. Starting off with childhood stories. Cindy.
Yes, mental health was very interesting for me personally because I grew up in Asia, in Vietnam particularly, and with mental health being something labeled as like possession, like not real. It's like non-normalized, and even if you did have some kind of mental health condition, people would definitely talk behind your backs about it, and definitely something it was labeled as something to be not proud about. And mental health as just awareness in general is something, definitely it's getting better. It's getting introduced in teenagers right now, but definitely adults are still in a position to think that mental health illnesses are like a possession, like someone's possessing you.
So growing up, that's what you were believed in, or like?
Yes, definitely. I did not know anything about mental health, and definitely mental health conditions. I had no knowledge about any like specific conditions, and it was just not taught in school.
When did you start to learn?
When I went to international school, actually, with the Western cultures getting mixed into the school, I finally learned about it, which was very interesting, and I feel like it should be talked more about because mental health, not just like different conditions, but everyone needs to have like a good mental stability.
Were you shocked that people weren't possessed? Air quotes, possessed.
Well, possession, because the thing is, when I was young, that's the stories I got. But now that I'm like older, it's not like something shocked about, but definitely the topic that it is under the label of being possessed is crazy.
Yeah. Bro, did you have any stories? Or did you have anything similar?
Yeah, because like, well, in the elementary school we went to,
Me and Elena went to the same elementary school, for those listeners.
Okay. Basically, like, we didn't have a lot of mental health, though. I don't think so.
No, we did not.
Or maybe I just forgot it all. But it was just like...
At home? What did you know?
I don't know. My mom said, people are just crazy. That's what she thought of it. Like one giant category. You
So
know?
like similar to Cindy, people would be
not possessed. She just
not
thought
possessed, but just
you were like born with it, and I was like, oh, you know, because I feel like mental health, a lot of environmental factors play into it, right?
mm-hmm.
It can be genetics too. It's like sometimes it's a mix, but like environmental factors play a big role in it. So I was always like, oh, okay, whatever, because it was like kind of a weird topic because she was like, oh, so they're just like crazy. So I was like, okay, mom. So I go to 99 Ranch, or Ranch 99 as some people call it, and basically there's a lot of Asian people, a lot of, like people there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one woman. She was around 80ish. She had gray hair.
How old were you?
I don't know. It's a little fuzzy. I remember
6.
being elementary school.
Okay.
Not like 6. I was like
8.
3rd grade. I don't know.
Okay.
So I saw her, and then she was like talking to nobody, and she started screaming all of a sudden, and she was yelling at her, like, I think her late husband. And my mom was like, oh, she's just crazy, and I'm like, okay, because she was like getting a little violent too. So I was like,
Looking back on it now, you said it was probably schizophrenia.
Yeah.
That was your first experience?
No, I had like I think that was the main one, because it was like a very like because there's always like depression, or people have depression around me. My piano teacher, her husband actually has severe anxiety. So I don't know. I went to her in middle school.
It's okay.
So like I don't know. He would like I don't know. My mom tells me stories, and he was very like Asian parents too already. So like at that with the anxiety, so I feel like it's a lot of pressure on the kid too. So I like kind of empathize with the kid. So that's where I like.
So those were your
mental health just impacts someone else's mental health.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How about you, Pookie?
My stories. Growing up, I didn't know anything about mental health. I didn't even really know it was a thing. I think I was kind of sheltered from it, and I didn't know anything until middle school. And I learned from TikTok.
Yes.
So, I mean, nothing really special there, but it was weird because instead of being like nicely like walking into the pool of mental health learning, I was just kind of dunked in. Yeah, I was pushed in.
Took you, and you would start swimming. At least tried to. I guess.
At least tried to.
I mean, now you like got a floaty and stuff. So.
Yeah, now I got a floaty. Now I know how to get in and out of the pool, but it was yucky. I didn't know much. That's for me.
TikTok had both a good and bad impact, honestly.
Mhm.
Cause like it helped me learn about mental health and like more like progressive stuff.
Mhm.
Cause when you live with like at least Asian people, sometimes they're very like they stick to their beliefs. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's like oh, that's a very cancelable thing you just said. Oh, but like TikTok really opened me up to stuff, but it also like kind of brought you people down.
Yeah.
Like when you compare yourself to like others, because you know like social media, like you talk to like you see people from like all different backgrounds.
Yeah.
They, like it's just you just keep comparing, and then my attention span is really bad now. It was already bad in the beginning, and then it kept getting worse. So now whenever I watch a video, I'm like boop 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 boop, and then I keep scrolling. So
TikTok is an interesting story. We talked about it a little bit before, but people would trend on having mental illness.
Yes, social media definitely during these times. I feel like with social media, I feel like it's doing more bad than good because I feel like for me, because online, definitely one of my stress like causes is like comparison with other people. And for like definitely teenagers nowadays, they have some kind of like attraction to just fitting in and being more.
I mean, that's naturally being a teenager too.
Yeah, but through TikTok,
it like elevated.
Yes, sharing insane EC stats online, and that's been stressing me out with school.
Do not go on LinkedIn, guys.
LinkedIn has also been stressing me out.
I'm like, oh my gosh, she seems so smart. Let me go stalk her. Okay, that's
okay.
Perfectly normal response. Okay, guys.
That's true.
I go on her LinkedIn. My jaw drops. I'm like, what the flip? I'm barely making it through sophomore year, and then this guy pulls up with like the most insane things, and I'm like, Okay.
For me, social media does not really impact my mental health. It doesn't make me depressed because of I'm on a strange side of the internet right now. But in the past, it was weird.
Well, like our podcast, we're here to remind everyone that we are actually just a safe place, not to, like Monica said, to transition you into slowly learning about mental health and not just like going onto social media and having like getting pushed off the deep end of learning about mental health.
How do we take care of our mental health now? How do we personally take care of it now? Do we have any favorite coping skills? Or do we not know what coping skills are? Coping skills are healthy mechanisms that individuals use to manage stress, adversity, and emotional challenges.
Personally, okay, let me share a quick story, okay? So, for coping mechanism, I feel like this is really relatable to a lot of teenagers, but since I didn't know anything about mental health, like taking care of my brain or like my mentality, I would just like ignore whatever problems I would have and just like go on social media and just go on my phone. Like whenever I was sad, I would just go on my phone. Like that was my coping mechanism, to go like read manga. That was literally my coping
safe place.
mechanism.
Yeah,
It was like a safe place for me, but now that I know that it's pretty unhealthy and it's literally very
distraction can be good, but
Yeah.
avoidance
avoidance is very bad.
not very bad. But what do you have now?
Now, writing.
Yeah.
Writing is very
What do
good
you
for my
write
thoughts.
about?
On a Google Doc, whatever I'm having problems about, I would write that first. And then I would come up with some kind of solutions or what can help me like solve that problem. Because putting down my thoughts is like an organized way to just like get to know what my brain is thinking at the moment. Yeah. So definitely if you're just like going through it alone and just like overthinking in your head, like that's really stressful and honestly causing you to lose sleep. So
Yeah.
well, that's what personally that's for me, but what about you guys?
My coping skills. See, that's why I'm in therapy, because I don't really have many, but I know of them. So when I'm upset, I isolate myself. So I like to go back with people. So sometimes if I'm feeling upset, I don't want to be with my family, but I need to be with a person so I can be safe. I go and call with Elena. Roblox with Elena. From this conversation, we personally take care of our mental health now by a popular vote of distractions and entertainment.
Okay, so
Yes.
That's
Can I add
very
something?
popular.
Yes, you can add something.
I had last semester, because contacts, we're all sophomores in second semester right now.
It's CCA.
Yeah, and we have CCS is 4x4 schedule, so you change classes. So we're in semester 2, but semester 1 was like a train wreck for me.
Yeah,
I was going through a lot of stuff happened. I just sat there and went down. If I don't think about it, out of mind, out of sight,
I just said,
out of mind, out of mind. I was right there. So then I just ignored everything, and then I wrote up, and then school was big, because at our school at least, academics are big. Like,
they're challenging.
we don't even have a football team. Like, basically, I would, like, just get, like, whenever I had a test, I would get into my own head, and I would, like, purposely push myself down to, like, unpsych myself out in a way.
Can I speak about this?
Yes.
So, summer 2024?
2024.
24, yeah.
Are we in 2020?
Yeah.
Bro,
Oopsies.
So,
Oopsies.
you were so busy.
Oh, girl. I
You
was
were
so
going
busy.
through so much, like, extra credit and, like...
Not extra credit.
Extra,
It was actually fun. I liked it, actually.
I know, but you were working a lot. And you were taking all those classes in the summer.
Classes?
Like, those...
Oh, I took care of kids.
Yeah, but you also did that, like, history thing. And you were staying up late, and, like, that was 3 months of, like, that. And then school started up, and that was 5 months of even more. Now that we're out of those classes and it's, like, changed, you didn't know how to slow down.
Oh, yeah.
Now you do know now.
Okay, now I have an issue. So the second semester, first week, I couldn't sleep. I just couldn't, because I was stressed out. So stressed out because I wasn't stressed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Wait, that's like really relatable because during first semester, like first 2 weeks, for real could not sleep. I would like wake up in the middle of night like multiple times because I was like so stressed and I didn't even know what I was stressed about. Like that was the thing. I just came back from Vietnam and like immediately jumped back into school. And usually jet lag wouldn't like affect me at all and I would like get into the routine really fast. But just suddenly, like I didn't even know why, like I just could not sleep and woke up feeling stressed. I didn't even feel like eating. Like that was how bad it got.
CCA.
Yeah, and I didn't even know why I was stressed. Like it was the first 2 weeks of school. We already had like a bunch of quizzes and tests.
It's because CCA goes so fast. It's from freshman to sophomore.
Yeah.
So it's like a.
Y'all crunched though. You put a lot of heavy classes on.
I didn't. I had one heavy class, but then I grinded that. I hate calculus now, guys.
Okay. Bruh. But you slowed down now.
Yeah, I just gave up. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go play some games. That's me. I'm gonna just go play some games. Go on my phone.
No, but it's really funny because I don't even know, but it's probably because of me overthinking things as well. But before every test, I would have these like things, check boxes I need to do. Like I need.
Girl, I have it every.
You got really into like
like
nitty gritty.
The superstitious things. Like I would like, I need to wash my hair before a test, and I need to sleep early, and I need to do like all these things ABCDE just so like to ensure that I could have like a good test performance and to do good on a test. Like I didn't even know like how can washing my hair before a test.
Hey, it's
like,
kind of like nice to look.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know, but this is just like one of those things. I don't even know why. Definitely,
you overplanned.
Yeah.
Yeah. And me and my therapist talked about that. I like planning too, but sometimes I get too much in it, and it's really like degrading and stuff like that. I get it. We're gonna move on to our next topic. Have we ever been to therapy? What was that experience like? Or the closest thing could have been school counselors.
I never went. I always had, at least last semester, had this mindset, no time. So I would just go home, do homework, go back to bed, and do the same thing again the next day. So I just never hit therapy. But I did go have, shower thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
You just talk to yourself. As
That
weird
is so relatable.
like I would just yabble for like 20 minutes, come out, my mom would yell at me, you know how expensive the water bill is? And then I would do it again the next day. It's kind of nice though. It's like a reset.
Do you have any experience?
Nah, I've like talked to the school counselors before because I've moved schools a lot. Not a lot, but also moved countries. But honestly, they weren't even that helpful, and definitely I just went online. That was my therapy.
Oh, okay. So I have therapy experience. And it's really nice for me. And it's a really nice, safe place. My therapist, Jessica the Goat, she's great. She's the best. But I'm very bad at... So I like being the boss, but at the same time, I don't like telling what I want to do. So she's like, what do you want to do today? I'm like, I don't know, but I do know what I want to do.
That's so real. What? I get scared because I'm like, what if they judge me for what I want to do? I'm like, I just won't tell them. But then what if they do something I don't want to do?
Yeah.
And then I start being like, I don't know. That's like my response. I don't know.
So I'm a little challenging, and I feel bad. But the experience is still nice. Yeah, it's completely normal. But before I had Jessica, I would go to the school counselors, and it sucked.
Oh my god.
It was so bad for me.
How are they so bad? I
Thought,
don't they have like degrees and they have experience in the field and stuff?
Not all of them.
Yeah, but the mass majority, right?
Like middle school counselors? you
Suck.
say? Yes.
Suck.
They did not give.
I don't really know about our high school counselors, but
So I talked to the social worker a little bit. She's a little bit
Mako?
more trained. Yeah, Mako. Yeah, she's a little bit more trained in it, but it still sucks a little bit because
it's federal funded. Everything that's like not federal, state
I
funded.
know. And I know some people in middle school who went to go talk to school counselors, and they were kind of traumatized from. I don't want to tell other people's personal experiences, but it sucked for them.
I think, at least like a lot of like social workers in like school, it's hit or miss. Honestly, it can be a really big hit. Cause I don't know, the books at least I read, Out of My Mind.
Yeah.
Her school counselor was really good.
Yeah.
So I still had hope. When I read the book, I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. What if my school counselor is like that? Oops, sis, she is not like that.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah, but I've lost my train of thought. But like safe places, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Cindy?
I would say for like school counselors at our school, I feel like they're way more focused on academics, and with our demographics of teenagers in CCA, they're I don't think they go to school counselors to talk about like their problems, but more about their academics.
Choosing classes.
Yes, choosing classes and summer programs and stuff like that. And definitely, how would you say going to therapy, like for people that are listening, and if they do want to go to therapy, what do you suggest they go for? Like, when do you think people should go to therapy? Like,
you should go to therapy for anything, for any reason. You don't need to have any catastrophic reason. Like, I have a reason. That's why I went, because I did attempted suicide like 6 months ago. So I had to have therapy in order to be stabilized and stuff. But my sister, who hasn't done anything like that, she's going to therapy now, and she has no like direct reason. She's just going there to talk, and it's been helping her so much. So you don't need any reason to go talk to someone. Like, just talking to someone helps you so much, and you learn so much about yourself, and you cope, and it's just a safe place.
Honestly, I think low-key, I went on TikTok. Okay.
So keep going.
I went on TikTok, and I heard some people have experience with the therapist. They're like, I know what's wrong with me, but I don't know, like, cause therapy, a lot of therapy is finding out like the reason for like a lot of things, but like a lot of people already know the reason, but they just don't know how to go from there. I found out there's actually a thing called like, okay, now I forgot the name.
No, it's okay.
But there's a specialized therapist that like, they know that you know the problem, and they help you like.
Let's cope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, there's a thing. Oh, okay. Because I think therapists are really generalized now. It's like,
No, yeah, they're great.
no, the people like they clump them into one big.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I understand. But therapy isn't a place where you search for answers. That is not the point of it. Also, I remember what I was going to say about the counselor's office. Because a lot of people got traumatized in like academics in elementary and middle school, then they don't ever want to go see therapists because they think that's what it is. Like, that's what a lot of my family members thought. Like, my older sister, my father, like, he was traumatized in the 70s. Like, in Puerto Rico, his counselors were like awful to him, and he thinks therapy is, I don't know, some sort of witchcraft. I don't know, but
Witchcraft?
yeah.
Oh
So
my god.
I think therapy is important, guys. It's nothing like a social worker or like a school counselor. It's worth it. And they use insurance, some of them, so it's like sometimes free. So get it.
Yes. And about what Elena said about everyone clumping like therapist specializations into one category, I think it's very important to talk about different mental health conditions as well, because that's definitely very popular to just put all the categories like anxiety, depression, and like etc., all of the mental health conditions into one category and expecting like one solution for all of them.
Yeah.
So do you guys have anything to say about that?
I agree. I mean, I said it first, and then she expanded on it. So.
Okay. Good job, Cindy.
High five.
What are the biggest myths of mental health that we had to unlearn? Like, we knew about the stereotype, and then we found out the real reality of it. Oh my god. And then we had to remind ourselves, no, this isn't true. We shouldn't treat this person like that or whatever.
In Vietnam, within my family, we do have relatives with like mental health conditions, and honestly, I'm not really sure. I'm not really close with them, but it is labeled as like someone possessed you. That was the stereotype in my family. I'm not sure if that's like a Vietnamese thing, but definitely that's gone now, because I know they just needed help, you know, like you should always reach out and get like whatever kind of help you need, or just like talk to someone. Like, you need to advocate for yourself.
Right. So the biggest myth was that people were crazy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. How did you unlearn that?
Social media.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, like, I didn't really have anyone to talk to because my friends weren't really about mental health or anything, and I moved to the US, so I didn't really have any close friends to talk about that either. And now through social media, like, it's just a space for you to learn. Like, you can learn a lot of things.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any big myths?
Mental health was, if you had like anxiety or depression or any condition, it was unfixable. I mean, there's no way. I mean, you just can't erase it. You know, it's just a part of you. I feel like.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, I have like
Social anxiety, and the next day I don't.
I take this pill, bazinga, it's gone. Like,
Yeah, you
I don't
can't
think
cure
it works
it.
like that.
Yeah. So that was your big myth?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
I don't know.
Oh.
ADHD, I think I believe that every person who had ADHD was very, very hyper. That was just a myth that I believed. I learned no.
There's like two different types.
No, yeah, ADHD is. I still don't know much about, but that was my big myth. What role do our friendships play in our mental health? Okay. I'm gonna do negative first. When you were like really busy, I was severely alone.
Oopsies.
So like I didn't have any. Oh, Sid.
No, not the negative.
I don't blame you because CCA is really, really heavy. But I was super stressed out, and I wanted you to slow down because if you kept going, I know you were gonna like crash. You were gonna be like that little like.
I crashed into like a mattress.
What's that?
First off,
What's that
let's
cartoon?
be so real. I crashed into a mattress.
What's that
first with a little
cartoon
soft-
with the Roadrunner? You're just gonna run
The
into
bunny?
a wall. No.
Is that bunny that was running with the long
Roadrunner
ears?
and the coyote.
That's the thing. Wait, let me Google it.
Okay. So when you were gone, it was just hard to just remember that life is important in like simple words. So your role in my mental health is very important because it keeps me going, bro.
Now this is scary. What? I'm
Okay.
scared.
Well, that was the question.
Oh, for relationships though, particularly for me, since I kept moving schools and countries, I didn't really have a centralized friendship group. I like lost most of the contact with my friends in Vietnam. So for me, family was a big thing. My sister, actually, she was like a big supporter.
Oh my god.
So she would always give me advice on like what I should do, what are the next steps, and she was like a rock, basically.
Oh, you had a rock.
Yes.
That's nice.
Elena?
Oh, I feel like my mental health was always like a fluctuating. Oh, you know, like those
Do you want me to
sign
reread the
graphs?
question?
No, I got it.
Okay.
You know, like those sign graphs, they just keep going bloop, 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 bloop.
Oh, yeah.
The like.
Yeah, they just keep, you know?
Yeah.
That was always my mental health. And I felt like having like a friend like you, it was like, it helped at the lowest points, but you're always there. So like, you know, it was just like someone I could turn to. Like a rock.
Like a
Cindy, like a rock.
Oh.
Because like, I feel like, at least because I'm the youngest in the family. Everyone just leaves. No, okay, now that sounds bad. They leave for college and then they go do other stuff. So then I can't drive yet, guys.
It feels like you're just kind of isolated.
And I would overthink at night. I'm like, since I'm the youngest, I would be the last one to die. Would I die alone? Because I'm like, then your parents die, and then your older sibling dies, and then my older sibling, I'm like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So it feels kind of weird. But then I had like friends like Pookie here. I'll just text, yo, do you want to play Roblox? And then you would be like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Pilot episode.
Pilot episode.
Pilot episode.
And basically, we just talked about like our experiences with mental health and mental health as like a broad image.
Next episodes, we're going to define them and we're going to talk about specific mental health disorders.
Bye.
So look forward to our next podcast.
Leave
in
a like
few
below
weeks.
and subscribe.
Yes.
Don't give us a thumbs down, please. A small business. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. This was Twilight Talks.
Oh my